Well, who would have thought that in 2020 we would be wondering in March if sport would continue, but for sure it did continue, and golf being one of the lucky sports to return back to competition quite early compared to other sporting codes. Most certainly kicking off with the Rise Up series that we saw, where a lot of the golfers were cracking at it for real good prize money, and then went on to the Vodacom Reloaded competitions that were played, and Donny Fontondo certainly stood out in these competitions that were organized by the Sunshine Tour. But more importantly, we saw the announcement of the fact that there will be more golf towards the latter part of the season, and that meant that, of course, the three big events that were lined up, the Johannesburg Open, as well as the Alfred Dunhill, which was won by Christian Bezuidenhout, and more importantly, the last event of the year, the big event, the S.A Open, which is hosted here at the Gary Player Country Club. Of course, it is the 110th event for the S.A Open. It is the second oldest competition for a national championship, and most importantly as well, the S.A Open for the first time is being hosted here at Gary Player Country Club. And of course, as you know, Gary Player is certainly one who's won 13 championships of this SA title, so certainly one that is close to his heart. But a lot of players coming through to battle for 19.5 million rand between the 3rd and the 6th of December. And it is, of course, on this putting green where all your favorite golfers will be warming up before they take it on to the golf course. You will know, of course, Christian Bezuidenhout is part of the lineup, George Coetzee, Garrick Higo, Brandon Stone, and many other golfers who will be coming here, who are South Africa's fine golfers. And most importantly, Dylan Fratelli, who's certainly a real golfer who stood out in the Masters event where he finished tied fifth in US, and he's here as well at the SA Open. If you're wondering perhaps how long it takes to organize such a big event, I was fortunate TuksFM got to speak to the director of golf here at Sun City to find out what is the process of getting the course ready for such a big event. The gentleman who is really behind the beautiful look that you see on the golf course, Ken Payet. A big job he has, and certainly doing it so well. Ken, a lot of work certainly goes into planning and preparing for such big events. You want to just break down the process?
Yeah, absolutely. It's an enormous task, especially for golfing events in general. Although the S.A Open under COVID regulations is a little different because we don't have the massive infrastructure that you would normally have in a big tournament, and obviously being behind closed doors, there's a lot less preparation. But what we had to do with is obviously abide by the regulations that government has set out, as well as the Sunshine Tour, the European Tour. So a lot of planning has been going into that.
Incredible. Now, what do you attribute your success? You've done this for a couple of years now, doing the job really well.
It's years and years of experience. You learn from your mistakes, and as we say here, you're going to have a few bloody noses here and there, but as long as you learn from them. But the most important thing is that it's a massive team effort. From a resort perspective, from a golf course, top turf maintenance, from the Sunshine Tour, European Tour, everybody, they just pull together and just make sure that we execute a tournament that's very memorable, not only for the players, but those who watch on TV, as well as the media contingent and those who are here that week. So we just must make sure that we execute and do our best.
Incredible. I like the fact you talk about the team and their role, and it's been really important. But I guess my last point really is about how you mentioned that it's years and years of experience. Wondering, of all the years of experience in organizing events of this kind, what has been the biggest lesson for you?
Take everything on. Just try and absorb as much information as possible. Be like a sponge. Make sure that you do more listening than talking. You have to listen to the people that are around you. You need to make sure you're networking with the people that are experienced in this. But you just take everything on, and you sort of filter the stuff that you don't really need. But do research, be informed. Do more listening and less talking.
Incredible. That's certainly true. Well, Ken, thank you so much for your insights and just breaking down, giving us behind-the-scenes information that we so often miss behind some of the such big events.
Oh, fantastic. My pleasure.
Now, the golfers will be playing, of course, over the weekend. Those that make a cut will certainly be making their way into Sunday. Now on Sunday, this is where the final cut will be made by the champion. It remains a mystery, but for sure, I can ascertain that you can carry on keeping updated here on TuksFM to follow who will be the S.A Open winner for 2020. And also, more importantly, remember that you can still tune into TuksFM for great music, great vibes, and great content above all. And I am Lennox Wasara, coming to you from sunny South Africa here at Sun City.